Of all the art forms I've participated in, and I've participated in dang near all of them, stand-up comedy is the one that I am most impressed by people being able to stick with, because I found that to be the absolute hardest. Not even so much for the demands of it. The demands of any art form are what they are, and it takes a lot of effort to get good at anything. It's just the emotional labor of doing stand-up comedy. So difficult for me. I did stand-up comedy twice when I was 16 years old, so about 15 years ago is when I last tried it. Both times it went okay to good. I actually felt the first time went pretty dang great, but then the second time I didn't rehearse the material as much. It was not bad, but it wasn't great, and just the anxiety of that was like, oh, okay, I can't take it, nope, never doing it again. I sometimes think about getting back into it. But another reason why I haven't really done it very much, even as I've stepped into this higher tier of consistently making stuff as an adult, going after what I want in a timely fashion, is that I had a big personality crisis about 8 years ago when I decided that I didn't want to be such a funny person. I used to be extremely humor-oriented, wherein I almost didn't even know what a sincere Joe was, because Joe's entire way that he acted around people was in seeking out the next punchline. He could not stop making jokes. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who's humor-oriented is exactly like that, because I don't believe that. I think I've found a balance as an adult where I'm a person who happens to be funny. And that's good enough for me. So maybe that's why stand-up comedy, like doing it, is not as big of a draw for me. Because the whole point of stand-up comedy is to be funny. And I just get worried about what that's going to do to me, to become too humor-oriented in any art form. I also just don't happen to consume a whole lot of stand-up comedy anyway. There are some stand-up comedians that I really like. Most of the time, though, it's just like I'll go in and tune into like a bit here or there on YouTube. There's only one person that I've really come to find I'm listening to a lot in the stand-up comedy field. And I think because he represents maybe the angle that I'd want to take if I ever got back into it, and that's Josh Johnson. He does really, really long-form stand-up comedy to the point where he'll stand up there for like an hour or so, and I can't tell how much of what he's doing is rehearsed and how much of it is just off the cuff. I don't even know how you plan consistent hour-long stand-up bits or sets like he does. How do you even get that onto a page and then follow it? I'm sure that there's some level of doing an outline or something, but for the most part, he just stands up there and he just is him, and in the long form, he's just extremely funny, and he talks about news and current events, and he's clearly educated on a lot of this stuff, like extremely educated, way more than the layman, but also manages to infuse it with so much humor, even when it's not a topic that, on its face, is the funniest thing ever. I think that's probably the format that I'd have to find if I were to ever get back into stand-up comedy. That's pretty much the route that I've taken with these videos. I've had videos in the past where I had something of a script, but I found that it just took a little bit away from the raw expression aspect, and maybe a little bit away from sincerity when I planned exact sentences that I would say here and there. I think I really do love this just be as I am and whatever happens, happens. The problem is, I do it right here in front of a camera, wherein I can stop filming, or if I hate the video after I filmed it, I can just delete it. Doing that for the amount of time that it takes to get good at it in front of an audience sounds extremely challenging for me. And I don't know what open mic is going to allow me to take the hour or so that Josh Johnson can take with his stand-up. No, I don't need that much time. It is a matter of slow accumulation. But that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I am very much okay with being just a person who happens to be funny. But if I had another life to live, maybe I'd start a lot sooner on stand up comedy and see if I could find as the end goal to not lose the sense of sincerity that comes shining through it. There's no reason to make any joke or to be ironic without some seed of sincerity. And the people that I think do stand up the best are the ones that are able to find the best blend of the two.